So it's that time of year when everyone is getting bugged by the heat and bugged by the bugs. And on this episode of Did You Know, I'm sitting down with Mike Bentley, Director of Training and Education at National Pests Management. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for joining us. Excited to have you and kind of diving right in. I mean, they're the most deadly and annoying bugs of the summer. Can you kind of briefly go over some of the risks that they pose?
Sure. So it may come as a surprise to folks that, and you mentioned it, the most deadly organisms on Earth. Mosquitoes have that title. They are considered the most deadly organisms on Earth, and they get that title honestly. They can spread a handful of pretty dangerous and nasty diseases, and unfortunately, most of those diseases left untreated are potentially deadly.
I know the heat helps them breed and standing water. Is there anything else that they kind of tend to thrive or be drawn to?
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it. So hit the nail on the head there. It's going to be standing water conditions and high temperatures are the two main factors that really drive mosquito population increase. Whenever it gets warmer, the life cycle is going to speed up. So that means they can go from an egg to an adult even faster.
Oh, wow.
And usually the fastest time that they can complete that life cycle is going to be when it's warmest outside. And that could be as little as around a week. So just over a week, you could have mosquitoes lay eggs, and those eggs can be feeding adults within 7 to 10 days is usually that range for peak activity and peak temperatures. And unfortunately, you're experiencing that right now.
And I know that we're supposed to wear bug spray. DEET is better as well. What else can we do to keep mosquitoes away? I was looking online and I think it said there's certain foods that you can draw them in, certain colors that people might not know about. Can you expand on that?
Yeah, sure. That's a great question. And, as an entomologist, we always joke that if you could ever figure out exactly what it is that makes mosquitoes want to bite you, then we'd never have to work another day in our lives, right? Because that's the secret that everybody looks for. But certainly, as you mentioned, any sort of insect repellent that has a active ingredient like DEET, IR35, picaridin, those sorts of mosquito, those active ingredients are incredibly effective. So it's really important that folks use those insect repellents anytime you're going to be going outside. Now, there are some clothing options that already have some of those insect repellents in them, which can be really effective. Unrealistically, we like to recommend that, folks, if you're outside, wear long sleeve and long pants, but when it's 100+ degrees outside, you're not as likely to wear those long sleeve, long pants. But in addition to protecting yourself, the other recommendations that I like to make is that folks protect their property. Right. So the first line of defense is trying to make your property and your home as least attractive to these biting insects as possible. And one of the ways to do that is to eliminate any standing water conditions that you may have around the home. So it's frustrating to know that mosquitoes can complete their life cycle in standing water in a pool as small as a bottle cap. So a bottle cap can hold enough water for mosquitoes to complete their life cycle, believe it or not. So protecting that property and then also protecting yourself, I think, are the two most important things folks can do right now.
This is all really great advice. Thank you so much for sharing it with us today.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks so much for having me on.